So I guess I
Okay.
should just
So
resume back. So I can just resume back on my DH. I guess I'll switch. I'll switch to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The ways exactly. That's why I mentioned when you said you're missing a part of the cube. I assume it was the Zoe secret because that's what my other friend, newer
yeah, that's
friend.
what most people are missing
Yeah, usually that's the belt.
most of the time.
All right, so runner. Let's see.
Okay. Caleb, there's my information right there. In the disc or the chat. Also, you actually find people there as well in that Discord to run with. Run as under games with players as well as current
It does
game
that.
content.
It,
Yeah. So I'm gonna back out, let y'all do y'all's thing,
yeah,
and I'll flip over to the other. Caleb, you are in North America, right?
runner. Do you? Oh, okay. Let me see. Uh, I guess I can drop to a different channel. Do you have his? Wait, or I can go to your Discord. I'll go to your Discord. Um, yeah, and then hello. Yeah, so just resume the game whenever you can get in. I believe it does that.
I had to just tab out for a second to
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem.
Ooh, I'm losing. So I did sit here and do a lot of spec changing
Okay.
because I was using the Marauder website for the god tier, high tier.
Yeah.
The only piece that I'm missing, like you said, is the waist in my cube, and my bow isn't like the fire version, and neither are the gloves. And then
Okay. Okay. So the bow that you're having is really nice in the sense that was this the one I gave you or the one you got
yeah,
a different
yeah,
one?
it's one that yeah, it's
Okay.
one you gave me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's pretty good. The only issue is that this bow is better for cluster arrow because the multi-shot percent on the legendary passive is too low.
Mm-hmm.
So right now you're clearing content, but
Mm-hmm.
as soon as you go higher and higher, this multi-shot is like low. So you
Yeah,
want it
I
higher.
can't
Yeah, I
can't do like anything past like 70.
wait. Okay, so well, okay, so here's the thing. So do you have a Dead Man's Legacy as well? Because last time I saw you salvaged one when you were I think you were more busy looking at chat and then you just salvaged more stuff and you salvaged the Dead Man's Legacy. So the thing in your cube I see is Manticore. Manticore is more for cluster arrow. So
Gotcha.
check if you have a Dead Man's Legacy extracted in the cube yet. Because if you don't, then we need to get one as well for the multi-shot side. But
A
then
Dead Man's Legacy.
yeah, yeah, a
Okay, I have
quiver.
it in here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have it
so
in here.
so yeah, so put that on instead because you're running multi-shot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this Manticore version helps with the cluster arrow, and the bow that you have is really good for cluster arrow because we don't care for the legendary passive on your bow. All you need is the resource cost and the damage.
Mm-hmm.
So so your bow is better for cluster arrow. But
Right.
anyway,
And I got a god tier damage roll on it too.
okay. And then the next part, the reason why you can't do higher is because your multi-shot is fire, but your reps
Mm.
and your bracers and your amulet are both
Is
lightning.
lightning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the only way you want to do higher, even though uh even though the better build is fire, what you can
Mm-hmm.
do is actually switch the multi-shot. You can switch the multi-shot to lightning.
For
Just
arrow.
just just pick, yeah, just pick the lightning one because even for speeds, it's very
Mm-hmm.
strong. The
For what I have rolling right now until I get fire.
Yeah, until you get fire.
Yeah.
And the reason why fire is good really is because of the rockets with the ballistic passive. So
Mm.
that's the biggest damage output in terms of the fire version is from that. Well, obviously, the arrows will hit and they also deal a lot, right? But it's the
Mm.
the additional rockets that uh get shot out that deals a lot. So that's why the fire is the most prevalent one. But you should use the lightning one for now until that, so that you can do actual solo content. Um, as far as your gear, last time we re-rolled them a lot, so you're fine. I believe.
We didn't re-roll on this one. I did a lot of re-rolling because I was sitting there on the website and just kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
seeing
yeah,
what the.
yeah. I see that too. Yeah.
And I got decent stuff. I got decent rolls. I got really nice rolls.
Okay, so your boots you'll still need to craft more. Unfortunately, I think you
Mm.
realize that. Yeah, the
Yeah, I
boots is
did.
all over the place. Yeah, it's like a half, like a they gave you like 1/4 of the rolls that you're supposed to have. So
I mean, I could just do that real quick if you want me to.
I mean, how much materials you have, because this is not
I
a
have a
good.
lot.
Okay,
I have
okay,
a lot.
okay. So craft more captain's boots. Yeah, that
All
would
right,
be good.
I'll craft like 15 and see what happens.
Yeah,
Boop.
but yeah, you
See.
want to have the all like
Ooh.
you get a good one. Link it.
I I got primal ancient.
Oh, really? Link it.
Yeah. Shit.
Dang.
Vitality, armor, movement speed, multi-shot, fire resistance.
Link it. Link it. I think I know what to roll, but just link it
How do
in
I
case.
link? How do I link it?
Okay, so you open your inventory, right? And then you press
Mm-hmm.
enter, and
Mm-hmm.
then you shift left click on the item, and then it should show it on the chat, and then you press enter after that.
Shift left click.
Yeah, shift left click the item that you want to.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, okay, respectable. So you just basically you switch the uh well, okay. So here is the very funny thing. At the very
Mm.
end game, that movement speed is really nice because you don't want to pump more core, s- uh, the Paragon
And then
core.
there's this one too, if you want to take a gander at it.
Okay. Oh, lovely. That's lovely. Uh, okay, so what I would do is just temporarily use this one for now, because the primal we can you can consider that later. Okay? But because
Mm.
the reason is because while armor is not useful, the movement speed is also uh bad on there, but it's I would say the primal, like what I would do is roll off the armor for dexterity on the primal, because movement speed is in the core tab, so you want to shift away from the movement speed as much as you can, so that you can put into main stat, right? As best you can. That's how people do it in the end game.
So change,
So on the
change to
yeah, so the armor on the primal, uh,
the primal ancient
yeah, change the armor to, I think was, what was it? Dex
dexterity.
dexterity, I believe. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's for that one. And then
I
the
got 650.
yeah, nice. Yeah, that's yeah, the primals will roll max of that.
I
But
gotcha.
but the really good pair of boots is actually the one you showed me next, the ancient ones. And the reason for that is because it's an all resist version.
Mm.
So you want to change the armor roll. Here you also change armor to vitality, and then
Okay.
use this one first until you get stronger. Then you can think about using the primals so that you can show, whether it's leaderboard or your chat, the primal version. So that's
That's
just
gonna
for
be.
showing. That's just for showing off. But this ancient one is better than the primal. Yeah. So
Okay.
use the ancient one. So yeah, nice. So we got you an upgrade during this time when, you know,
Mm.
the luck of the timing. Awesome. Yeah. So, but I will definitely I would suggest you to use the ancient one instead of the primal one.
Use
Um
the ancient.
yeah. yeah, keep the primal one until like at the very end of the season or something when you want like to cap out on damage because the dexterity on the ancient one is very low, right? So
So equip the ancient ones right now.
yeah, yeah, because it helps with the all resist. Because the more
Mm-hmm.
all you want to have more all resist because you're lacking resistances right now. Your gear
Mm-hmm.
is like barely any spot of all resist. Because your belt, you actually also want all resist instead of physical resist. I mean, physical resist is fine, but you definitely want all resist on the belt because that's the most defensive slot. And then just like your pair of pants, eventually we can get a pair of pants and I can show you my my pair of pants. I've had two different versions. Both have all resist on them. You want a pair of pants that have all resist. So basically you're trying to work for all resist right now. And that's my the most
Oh, I
current
got
one.
I got a pair of resist to all.
You got one?
Um,
No, 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 you don't
yeah.
craft them. I mean, oh, you mean the belt.
The
The belt.
mm,
Okay, link it.
I got a primal one on this one too, and I got an ancient, but the regular one is the one that has all resist.
Oh, really? Show
Mm-hmm.
the primal. You're getting crazy.
I'm not
That's
lying.
how are you crafting this? Wait a second. The primal one's good. You can just roll the grenades to all resist. You're good. That's what we want. Wow, you just got two. Wait, did you just craft these? Like
Yeah,
literally?
yeah. I just did it right now.
What? What? I'm jealous because if I got these two, well, if I got the belt, that would be an upgrade for me.
Oh wait, I could just change
Grenade,
what
grenade to all resist.
is that a thing?
Yes, because
Oh my god, it is.
the secondary okay, so when you get a secondary that has a direct resist, then in the primary you don't get a chance to do all resist.
Wow.
So you
Wow.
yeah, I know, right? Like as soon as I gear check him, he's like, "Well, I can just make 15 pairs of boots right now." And then he gets a primal pair of boots, even though the primal boots isn't better than the ancient one for a little bit of it. Then he's like, "Well, since you talk about my belt so much, why don't I just craft belts too?" And then I thought at first when you said that, I thought you meant that in your stash you had actually a pair or whatever. And then actually you crafted them right now and you got a primal belt as well, like back to back basically. Wow. Okay. So yeah, so now your all resist just doubled because the ancient boots and the belt. So excellent. So while you don't get to show the primal boots, at least you got to show the primal belt anyway to your chat the next time you play. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's amazing. So you just got really nice resistant stuff that will help you with well
Now I'm sitting at so my health was at 550, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
My health is now 662.
Well, yeah, because the your previous boots, the really bad ancient did not
Mm-hmm.
have vitality. It had armor and whatever else, so
Mm.
it was all over the place. So now that your boots is fixed, and then your belt improved like a ton because your belt was without all resist, and in fact
Mm.
your belt is really really freaking good for speeds because it has life after each kill, meaning that as you kill fast, if anything hit you, you heal back like right away, and
Wow.
then it has the pickup radius that speeds would want because then you don't have to do an extra vault to pick up the orbs that drop down. So your belt is really really good for speeds on top of um well pushing, but obviously when you're pushing, it's hard to kill stuff fast. So that unfortunately that secondary isn't the best for pushing. The best
Mm-hmm.
secondary for pushing is freeze on hit, chance to freeze on hit. um, yeah, but this is good for speeds. So this is just talking about secondary being nitpicky, and this is what I usually talk about when it comes to um min maxing, like very nitpicky min maxing. That
Mm-hmm.
secondary there is questionable on certain aspects. So that's just a little overkill insight for you for the secondary. So now when you gamble, uh I would suggest you gamble helmet and chest and Oh, bracers too. Yeah, so you need to work on three things: bracers, chest, and helmet.
So
Cause
I need new versions of those, right?
yeah, and then pants should,
Okay.
and then just let pants drop on its own. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, just let the pants drop on its own because uh, it's very RNG to get the all resist version
Okay.
ancient. But if you get that slot, you get the third all resist slot that you need for pushing even higher. So now your only defense issues is the Zoe secret. So you should be more tanky now that you should be able to
I was
do the
sitting at
70.
22 billion toughness. I'm now sitting at 44 billion.
Yeah, you doubled. Basically, like I said, you because the boots got covered with the all resist and then that one, the belt as well. Oh man, that's sick. Man, if you were stream, well, I mean, I don't know if it's streamer luck or not streaming